Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my author's answer video for December 2018. The author's answer series was started by J.D. Archer, an author tutor, and his writing group, where they pose various reading and writing related questions to one another. And I've been doing one a month sequentially, and I am on question number 21. Question number 21 is, what are your goals as a writer? And so my first thought with that is to think about my quarterly wrap-up videos where I, recap my goals for the last 3 months and set more for the next 3 months, especially since at the beginning of this week on Monday, I had my holiday party with my writing group, and they kind of roped me into a February NaNoWriMo, and I'm like, whoa, how am I going to handle this? To be honest, I don't think I'm going to do 50,000 words, because I did that. I was the one who won NaNoWriMo in November. I did my time, but I get the appeal of getting to do this again with everybody when hopefully they'll have more time to do it, and having another writing goal. So I'll think of something to do for February, and I'll talk about it at the end of this month in my quarterly wrap-up video. But actually, this question is meant to be much more broadly defining. In terms of goals, it's really, what are your intentions as a writer? Like, what mark do you mean to leave on the world, basically? So I guess it, on its basis level, is why do you write? What do you hope to get out of it in your life? For me, I write short stories and novellas, usually of a literary bent, and I am looking for a traditional publication, but because of the short story and novella length, it's not with any big publishers. I'm looking to get published by a small publisher. I think that would, even if I wrote a novel length something or other, I wonder if I might be more comfortable looking at smaller publishers rather than going through the rigmarole of, getting an agent and going through the big publishers. I don't know. For me, what I really want is, I want someone, or small organizations of someone, whose goal is to publish what they consider to be good literary fiction, to say that I'm worthy of the club. One of the things I do think might speak more to my needs with a smaller publisher than a larger one is that they don't worry as much about marketing. I mean, obviously, marketing is a part of any traditional publishing gambit. You can't go forward without making some sort of money to keep going forward. But I think smaller publishers, especially ones that focus on the least marketable literary fiction anyway, tend to do this out of more of a labor of love about the craft of writing than the bigger publishers might be able to get away with. Not to say that big publishers don't publish quality literary fiction, but I think that with a smaller publisher, maybe less of the emphasis is on marketing, or at least I hope so. Because I really am hoping that that's really why I would want to go for the traditional route over self-publishing, because I sort of want to be included as part of the club of people of letters. I just think it would be an incredible honor for people who dedicate a significant portion of their lives and livelihoods to saying that literary fiction is important to put into the world, say that I have something worthy to contribute. I am also, of course, interested in readers. I don't think I'll ever amass a huge fan base, but I'll tell you what moves me the most when I share writing with readers. I'm always just so amazed and humbled when my characters make an impression, when people say that my characters make them think, or they might debate their motives, not in a this is unbelievable way, but people are complicated way, and sort of going through the motions of the plot and the themes and the character ticks that I put into place to truly get invested in the story on that deep critical level. I understand that some readers go into stories saying, well, I like this story because I like the characters, or yada yada, but certainly something more meaningful to me is having that critical level of the character is believable whether or not I like him or her, and the situation is believable, and the themes intrigue me as a person. That's what I'm hoping to go with the stories I write. Mostly in the literary genre, but even my fantasy project, if and when and hopefully it gets off the ground, maybe starting in February, I'm hoping also to intrigue people on that thematic and character level. And of course, also especially wrapped up in, I guess, getting some sort of traditional publishing gig is that I hope the writing lives up. You know, that I'm more than a competent writer in fiction. And nonfiction too, but I will stick to fiction, as always, with these tags. So that about wraps it up for me. I am reminded that I set myself some writing goals at the end of November for December, which I haven't really been keeping up with. So it kind of feels like a downer note. But on the opposite end of the coin, I have been trying to revamp up my reading again to reach some end-of-year goals, so, you know, there's always a little bit of give and take. And I'm glad that at the end of the month I will be going for my more traditional quarterly wrap-up goals for my short-term goals for what I hope to accomplish in the new year. I'm expecting good things, so I hope the rest of you are too. Keep writing, everyone. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.